Yo YouTube, I'm here to install some doors on my 2020 Can-Am Maverick Trail 800. I just got the doors in this afternoon. I was going to unbox them real quick and go over the installation. This is the driver's side door. We'll put that on next. I'm going to do the passenger side first. See what's in this package. Here's the instructions. Actually, it looks like we have to go to the website to download the instructions. But a bunch of hardware. It's like a door latch. Other side door latch. It's like a hinge. Let's go on the side of the unit. A bunch of miscellaneous nuts and bolts. Alright, I'm going to go download the instructions and I'll be right back. Welcome back, YouTube. So yesterday I got the new doors in and I went to put the hinges on and the latch catch, and I was so excited about it I just started pulling stuff apart. I was going by the directions, so found those online, printed those all out. Here's what you should do with those. Stick them in the trash. They told me to pull off a bunch of stuff, so I just started unbolting things. They had me take the hood off, which I don't get, but with that being said, I was excited, and I ended up pulling out all of the screws, and I didn't mark which ones went where. So, you can't open the garage door.
I didn't know you were recording. I was telling you I was sleeping.
Okay.
So you'll have to start over. Sorry. You need a sign that says recording.
I'll put the little flashy lights out there.
Or Alyssa will edit it all.
Okay. Alright, take two. So they have you take a bunch of bolts and stuff out. Take the hood apart. I don't get that. So basically I didn't mark where all the screws went, so I'm going to disassemble the other side and compare the screws so I can put those back on this side. But in the process I want to make a video of how to get the doors on with the least amount of work, because that's how I like to work. So let's begin. But for the front part, this is the hard part up here. This is the hardest part. I know you have to take these screws out, so grab the Torx bit. So we're back. We got these 3 screws out. I put the 3 back in on the other side. We're gonna pop these panels off. You can use a screwdriver, they come right out. And these actually get thrown away. And then next, there's a bolt underneath here. It's gotta come out. And here. Okay, remove the 2 screws from here, put those in on the other side. Now we have to remove this lower screw. There's actually a nut on the inside. You can see the nuts here. Right, it's this one right, oops, sorry, right there. That has to come out. And there's one right here also, so we'll get the pliers and pull those out real quick. Okay, so we've got the bolts out, or the nuts. This one comes out, it's just threaded. You've got one here and one here that have a nut on the inside. One more thing I forgot, there's a couple of these little pins. One here and one up here. Allows that flap and dirt. Sorry, my machine is not clean. And it allows this panel to come out a lot further. I started working on it, I was like, this doesn't seem right. I forgot about these 2 pins. So pull those out and you'll have a lot more access to get your hands in there, but that's all that has to come loose and then you're good to go. All right, so we have the little bolts out. Pull that away, pull the ones in the fender out. These are the hinges. The tall one goes on the top. These are the 4 bolts that you use. And the hinges go in here. There's two separate pieces. They go on, so they'll sit right on top of this bottom piece right here. So the tall one, this guy right here, will go on top, just like that. But I'm going to dust this off so that there's no dirt between the 2 pieces. All right, we'll get those bolted on and then we'll show you what's next. All right, we're getting ready to button it back up. We've got these snug down. One thing you want to look at is when you go to put this back together, there's 2 pieces here that straddle this, so they actually go around here and then fasten in. And there's a little, I don't know what they're called, a little screw thing on the back of this. Can you get a shot of that, Liz? On the back of here.
On the back?
Can you get it?
Right here?
Yeah, so right here, there's a little piece. You just have to make sure that that lines up with your screw hole. Otherwise, that's going to be loose inside there. All right, cool. Now for the back portion. You're going to take this off, and the rest of it, first thing you got to do, take the seat out. Just take the seat out. Just take the seat out. You got to pull the bottom out before you get the top out. It slides up just like that. Easy as pie.
Then it looked like that the first time.
We'll edit that. Okay, there's a couple screws we got to take out. Right now it's the same Torx bit that's up front. Take this off. And then on the inside, same screw. Oh, this is the one I had to use the, here, we'll pull these up. And you do want to put this one back in. So as soon as you pull that out, just stick it right back in there. Pull this one out. Same thing with this guy. Put him right back in. Okay, on this side, you can move the seat forward to get this inside screw out, which is right here. Sorry about the light. that out. And this one up here's got to come out. Well, it's not in the way.
Okay.
All right, so here's the door latch bracket right here. You can see it's open. So 2 bolts are going to go in here, and that allows you to adjust the door latch up and down depending on how the door's lined up. And I'll try and show how to do that when I'm done here. So go ahead and stick these in. Start them. The other one. All right, you can probably stop it now, and I'll get those snugged up. Just gotta take the seatbelt, bolt out. All that. Not trying to fall off back here. So make sure you don't lose your nut. Alright, inside here, these 2 bolts. I'll move the seat back. Inside of here, this is where the door latch mounts on. So now that comes out, and that's where the door latch actually bolts on. So here's the door latch bracket right here. You can see it's open. So 2 bolts are going to go in here, and that allows you to adjust the door latch up and down depending on how the door's lined up. And I'll try and show how to do that when I'm done here. So go ahead and stick these in. Start them. All right, get in here so you can really see how it is. I've got it to where it's not quite tight. You can still slide it up and down. We'll snug that down when we get the door on. So just get it to that point, and we'll go ahead and get the seatbelt bracket back on, and then we'll bring the door over here and get it lined up. All right, so we've got the front hinges on. We've got the back latch on, but loose. And if you notice, the hinge pieces are still loose in their setting. So first thing you want to do is, I extended mine as far out as I could, and then lined them up with the front pins here. And remember, the top one's longer, so you want to try and get the top one lined up first. And then you can kind of line that bottom one up. Slide those on, and then latch the back. And then what you want to do, make sure this is level back here. Check your door gap to make sure it's even on both sides. I would level the back out first, get it snugged up. All right, got the back nice and level. I went ahead and snugged these down. They're not torqued down, but they're just snug where they're not going to go anywhere. Made sure my distance is still good, kind of even that up. Now I'm going to tighten up this outside set, which this is going to be covered by your trim piece, which I don't want to hear anything about it later. I know it's white, not orange. but planning on doing something on these doors later. You can actually snug these up with it latched. You just have to reach in like this. So I just snug that back one up. That's it. Oh, alright. So now we got it all aligned. Snug these down. That's it. Now put the trim piece on, rock and roll.
There.
All right, the last part is putting the trim piece on. I know they're white, they're not orange, I get it. They go on a lot like the seats do. They have little slide things right here. Line up on these. So you just line those up. Front and back. Make sure they're all there. Slide it back, clicks in. And you have 6 of these little screws right here. They're in the bag. This is all the screws that came with the doors that I didn't use. I guess I could have replaced some of the existing screws, but I didn't need to. And then on the inside, you can see where the holes are. You just line up. And you're done. That's it. That is all. Thank you.